All right, so you guys know I'm thinking, and a topic that I've been thinking about is, do the Call of Duty games need to be connected? Now, I understand when we have franchises like Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 should be connected. We have Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be connected. I get that. But should we connect Call of Duty Black Ops to Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Should we connect all of these games or try to connect as many games as possible and, make it like this MCU type of thing? Now, for a long time, we had the MCU films in the 2010s making this cinematic universe, and everyone loved it because we're able to finally see our favorite superheroes like Iron Man meet with Captain America and Spider-Man and Hulk and Thor in real life, and we're getting to see it on screen, and it's magical. And then after that, we had a lot of other studios trying to do the same thing. We had DC making the Justice League, and then you have Ben Affleck as Batman, who was awesome in my opinion. You have Superman, and you connect them and you get to see it all play out on screen, and it's great. And then you have the whole Godzilla versus Kong Empire, and that's doing great, and it's a whole cinematic universe type thing that they're doing. So everybody kind of hopped on let's do this cinematic universe type thing, right? Well, I'm not saying that Call of Duty or Activision or whatever jumped ship and wanted to do the same thing, because I'm pretty sure even the originals were connected in some way, shape, or form. But having multiple franchises connected together sometimes I think maybe isn't the best idea, because why? It could hold back some of the writing. It could hold back some of the potential in greater storylines, because you're kind of like sat down on, oh, we can't do this because it would affect the world of this game that's going to come out in 2 years way too much, and it just wouldn't make sense. So I think you're limited maybe as a writer, as a game creator, whatever, by being set in this trap, in this box of making everything canon and making everything tied in some way, shape, or form. I don't think we need that. And, attacking one of the biggest problems that we have is Call of Duty Warzone, in my opinion. It's a great way to sometimes include maybe a little bit of canon, but all in all, I don't think anything multiplayer should have much of a story to it. I don't think that big events should occur during multiplayer, and then when the next game comes out, those events have an effect on the campaign mode. Because what if you only play campaign mode? Shouldn't you get your full campaign in the campaign? Why the hell did Alex survive? I have people asking me that in the comments. Why did Alex survive? How did he survive Modern Warfare 2019? Hell, I didn't even know he survived 2019 until I saw some BS on Warzone. Oh, how did this character, come back? Why is Commander Graves alive? Well, he came back in Warzone. So then you have these things happening during Warzone and multiplayer that affect the campaign directly, and not everybody plays multiplayer. Not everybody plays Warzone. And you can say, oh, well, then they deserve not to know, because other people buy Call of Duty, play the campaign, and then they play every other release that comes out this year, whether it's from Final Fantasy to God of War to Spider-Man to Elden Ring to whatever the hell comes out. They're playing all those other games, and then when the next Call of Duty comes out, they take a quick deviation from their story-driven games, and they'll play a campaign because they like it. They don't want to play multiplayer. And quite frankly, I'm in that similar vein. Now I follow the multiplayer story as much as I can because I tell these stories, but they shouldn't be connected, in my opinion. And then you have the cross-universal connections between, for example, the rebooted Modern Warfare series and the current Black Ops, or the whole Black Ops story. And apparently, from what I've heard, and I could be wrong, the original Black Ops connects all the way to the rebooted Modern Warfare that we have as a series. And it makes quote-unquote sense because of the time differences. Well, Call of Duty 1 takes place in the 50s, so Modern Warfare takes place in the 2020s, and it makes sense. Like, you could say that those events happen and it would be fine. You could do callbacks, you could include a name and stuff like that. But when it starts affecting the timeline and they start kind of meeting, that's when you have a little issue. So you have Call of Duty Black Ops 2, for example. The futuristic, quote-unquote, part of the story takes place in 2025. We are currently in 2023-24 with Modern Warfare. So you're telling me that Captain Price, as we know him with Barry Sloan, and his Task Force 141 exists within the U.S. Navy SEALs of Captain David Mason from Black Ops 2. The technological advancements that they had in Black Ops 2 seem pretty damn futuristic, and the guns and the weaponry and everything just seem pretty futuristic, and we're not there yet in Modern Warfare 4. So people started complaining about, well, how is that going to make sense? Do we reboot the Black Ops 2 game? Do we make it as it never was canon? Do we have to retcon certain things to make it make sense? And that's when the problems kind of start to happen. And that's why I mean, maybe the Rangers Modern Warfare are like, well, we can't pass 2025 because maybe it wouldn't make sense for us. So you kind of put yourself in a little box that you can't get out of. Now, if you set Call of Duty Black Ops 2 in a different universe, not the same as the rebooted Modern Warfare series, then you wouldn't have an issue. You could tell the story up to 2025 or up to 2026 and you'll be fine because nothing would happen to the world of David Mason and Black Ops. You could continue to tell that own story. Call of Duty Ghosts, for example, that takes place in 2017 to 2027. So you're telling me that now we can't tell another story of Call of Duty Ghosts 2 because how would that connect to the overall connected universe of Call of Duty? I don't think so. I think you can tell a story that is so big and so different that the Federation cripples the United States of America. The United States crumbles and their government crumbles, and then you got to rise from the ashes basically in 2027 and take back power. You have to fight to survive, you know? And that's what you get, original storytelling with original characters, when you don't have to follow a connected universe map. Because the stories could get so out there, so crazy, they could be their own thing. Because if you go back to even the MCU or something like that, sometimes you may not be able to tackle these grand, big old stories because you worry of the effect that they'll have on the following movie. So with Call of Duty, we could really expand our storytelling and really follow big-ass, cool-ass storylines without being held back by connected universes. And that was kind of my point, and that was it. That's really what I wanted to say, because I think it can hold back the writers. And I think that we as a community or fans, whatever, would get more out of the campaign. Those fans that really love the campaign would get more from them not connecting all these different franchises and just making them be their own thing and follow original stories. That would be awesome. You know, it's just nostalgia is a hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug, and we kind of want to do the same thing and repeat the same thing. I understand, but maybe it's doing more harm than good.